was a way to show respect to the audience and respect your own business. It was a way to protect it.
And I'm Kayfabe Avenue, and I'm Kayfabe Focus.
It's Kayfabe Avenue. Ladies and gentlemen, heels and faces, casual wrestling fans, and all you smart marks, I am Kayfabe AJ.
I'm E.A.
And this is Kayfabe Avenue. And tonight, we're bringing you the NXT TakeOver War Games review. We're 20 minutes out from the finish. And it took about 20 minutes to absorb everything that freaking happened in this damn pay-per-view to
it was crazy.
Really think about everything that I just saw. Off the top, I was just like, oh shit. Holy shit. Oh.
They did a lot. They did the women's match was fired, the women's war games was fired, the triple threat was good.
I'm honestly, top to bottom, I think this was a really great pay-per-view.
It was a strong one.
And honestly, I'm gonna just say it straight from the beginning of the show. NXT TakeOver is probably going to go down as the greatest series of pay-per-views in wrestling history.
Yeah.
If you really think about it, from the beginning of TakeOver 1 all the way to now, TakeOver War Games, if they ever stop the brand of TakeOver pay-per-views, it's going to go down as the greatest series of pay-per-views ever. I've yet to come across a TakeOver that was trash.
Yeah, they always put on classic matches. You always got to at least watch it twice from fully. So many people came out of there that got caught up because of their great matches down there. You know what I mean? The Oscar and Mickey James was a classic. There's so many shit. You know what I mean? And
Sasha and Bailey was on TakeOver.
Yeah, Keith Lee won double belts. That was a great
back-to-back classics. It's been years already on this run with TakeOver, and every time at this point, it doesn't even matter if you watch NXT every week. It really doesn't, because by the time we get to TakeOver, they don't give us a pre-show. So that as far as a match on the pre-show. So the entire pre-show is dedicated to recapping and going over pretty much everything that's happened in the past month or months, because TakeOver doesn't happen every month, but it recaps everything that's gone on in the rivalry. So if you're not someone who's able to watch NXT every week, TakeOvers have a great job, do a great job of letting you know exactly what's going on, exactly what feuds you're expected to see, and you could just automatically assume it's gonna be a fucking classic. And instantly, while watching the women's match, watching the men's war games, classics, and even the matches in between, really good standout matches. So let's get right into it, right into the juice of it, because they started off on fire, which is easily, in my opinion, the best match of the night.
Yeah, I would say that. Definitely, the women took over.
Hats off to the women.
Yeah, man. No pun.
They literally. I even said it before we got on air. I said to you, this is probably the greatest women's match I've ever seen personally.
I don't know. That might be too far-fetched, but it's definitely a top 5, top 10 candidate. You know what I'm saying? I would say probably for the year. For the women.
Yeah, easily.
For the women.
Easily for the year.
Yeah,
probably not storyline-wise, because, storylines do, add to that element of how good a match outcome can be. But just pure match, pure what we saw, athleticism, hard hitting, risk taking, they did it all.
They went all out.
When the women wrestle, certain women, we have that kind of protected atmosphere when it comes to the women.
Yeah.
Unless you're a Becky Lynch, a Charlotte, a Sasha Banks, a Bailey, who, are willing to take these risks or are known to take these kind of risks in matches. This was a standout of 8 women that got on the truth. If you didn't see them a day before this match, you picked out at least an instant favorite. You definitely like are interested in these women after this match.
Yeah. And then
Everybody got
burned, and like it was impressive work. It was impressive work. You know what I mean? The women have been in WWE have been stepping up. Like the Survivor Series 505 was definitely another one that was to go look out for. And then now this one right here, like, woo,
So
like
to give a little bit of background, the women's match was Team Candice LeRae, which of course is Candice LeRae, Dakota Kai, Raquel Gonzalez, and Toni Storm versus Team Shotzi Blackheart with Shotzi, Ember Moon, the returning Ember Moon. So this is like a first huge match coming back from injury and showing back up on NXT. Ember Moon, Rhea Ripley, and Io Shirai, the current NXT Women's Champion. So, just what are your thoughts? Like, you run through this match a little bit. This takeover was so good. I felt like I had to break this one out today.
I could be wrong. I could be wrong if you got notes on it. I think it started off with Dakota Kai and Shotzi. I could be wrong.
Playing with me. He's playing with me. There you go.
I could be wrong.
Gotta break it out.
You had to do it for him.
Yeah.
So it started out with them two. I thought at first it was a little bit slow with them two. It ain't, and then Raquel came in dominant. Yo, she's gonna be a beast. She's gonna be a beast. She went in there.
This is the first time she's done anything that I've actually was like, oh, okay, she's someone to watch.
Yeah,
she, shows strength. She's definitely gonna be a dominating type figure, dominating kind of character. So, you're right on that note. I definitely my eyes on Raquel Gonzalez now.
Yeah, she got a bright future, that girl. When Rhea Ripley came in, she was the second round. Them two was the second round that came in on both teams. I like the little back and forth between them. It looks like they're building a story between them, gonna have a feud. You know what I'm saying? Because they did something where they did like a close up on Raquel. She was like, yeah, this is what I was waiting for when Rhea came in. And then they did their little back and forth. It went to a little stalemate.
I mean, if you think about it, there's not a lot of women who can stand toe to toe with Rhea Ripley as far as size, strength, dominance. Like, I'm if they building Raquel Gonzalez for that, that's definitely a good look.
Yeah, definitely, and I think that will be should be the next feud between them two, because I'm interested in to see how that plays out. I think after that, the next round was Ember Moon and Toni Storm. That's my girl. I'm in love with Toni Storm, y'all. I don't care. I tweet her all the time. Like, I don't care. But that's when it started getting crazier. Ember Moon, I think it was a little later, but Ember Moon did like her eclipse.
Oh my God! First of all, set up two chairs.
Set up two chairs and sat Dakota Kai on it and hit her like.
Well, had her like neck over both chairs, kind of.
Yeah.
And then the eclipse over, like off the turnbuckle, lands into like a stunner through the chairs. That was like the first moment where I was like, "Holy shit!"
That was amazing. Like, yo, Ember Moon still got it, man. That's my girl too, man. I love some Ember Moon, man. She got busy in the match. And then the last round, of course, Candice LeRae, and Candice LeRae got in the match.
We gotta call her Evil LeRae. We call her Evil LeRae over here.
Evil LeRae, you know what I mean? She got in the match before we get to Io. She was the last woman to get called into the match. They were doing her dirty. They was not letting her get in the ring. Like, every time she tried to get to the door, Raquel Gonzalez was kicking her out and closing the door. Toni Storm did like a thing.
Outside of the chair spots, let's be clear. There were kendo sticks, tables. There was everything in this match.
Yeah, they had
did not hold back whatsoever. Make sure you go out your way to see this. Yeah, this is definitely an instant classic.
So Io, they were fucking her up. They wasn't letting her in the ring. Who was that girl that came out? Something Hartman or something?
Shotzi Blackheart?
No. That came out that she's Candice LeRae's best friend. She came out. She attacked Io again while she was outside. She had like a neck brace. It was so. It was. She was still
Oh yeah,
outside the
yeah.
ring.
Hold on. Let me get her name. Let me get her
Yeah,
name.
before Io even got into the ring, she attacked her and she gave Candice LeRae a chair, and then they closed no, she locked the door. She locked the gate with with a chain and lock and chain. So Io couldn't get in the match at all. And they started teasing her outside the ring. They started they kept beating the shit out of Shotzi and all of them.
Hartwell.
Yeah,
Hartwell.
something Hartwell. And so Io, being the crazy woman she is, she climbs all the way to the top
With a garbage
with
can,
a garbage can.
puts it over her head, and then dives onto all the women in the
Ashes
ring
on
with
all of
the
them.
garbage can still over her head.
Yo.
That's a first. I've never seen anyone do
But
that.
also for her to have the aim, because you taking your visibility off and she's still landing on all of them clean.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? I gotta give her props on that, because she could have missed or something, or it could have been a botch, or she could have even got hurt. God bless that woman. That was brave.
So her name, going back to the woman who was also helping, her name is Indy Hartwell.
Indy Hartwell. Okay, yeah, I know it was something like that. She's Candice LeRae's friend, and she attacked Io. That was before she got in the ring, but yeah, Io Shirai, she's nuts, man. There was another spot that Dakota Kai did that I was nervous about. That she puts the trash can over Io Shirai, and then she jumps off the top ropes and give her the double leg stomp on her. Flattens her while she's in the can that she was struggling to open it up just to pin her. That was another one I was nervous about. Like, yo, she could have pinched her or something. Io's crazy, man. She's brave. She's brave. She's agreeing to take all them spots and all that. Like, I gotta give props to Io, man. That's why she's the women's champ right now. She's the NXT
She's holding it down.
She was holding it down. There was a lot of spots in there. Like, I can't off the top of my head, I really can't.
I mean, both of these War Games match is just so much that went on.
It's so much
like
shit that
hard
happened.
to really pick out every single moment. I implore anybody who's listening, watching,
Go watch that.
go back and watch this War Games event, top to bottom.
I'm gonna do it again. I'm definitely gonna make this my business to watch the women and the men.
I'm waiting for the replay to start after this Keith Lee documentary.
Yeah.
And I'm running that whole War Games back.
Like, it was definitely, but yeah, that match.
We end up with Team Candice LeRae, Evil LeRae pulling off the win.
Oh yeah. The ending was Raquel Gonzalez. She gave her like a choke slam to Io Shirai on the ladder in between the. Oh, yo, that hurt my back.
Yeah, like smacked the ladder, broke the ladder in half.
That hurt me, yo. That looked devastating.
It wasn't just the fact that she power bombed her onto it. It was the height.
Yeah.
They were on top of the turnbuckle.
They were on top of the turnbuckles, and then
the ladder was like in between the ropes, in the middle, in between the two rings.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That hurt me. I was like, yo.
Yeah.
That one, Io she's brave, man. We gotta give Io her flowers. Like, she's crazy. To agree to all that madness she did this match, and you know what I mean, you still able to walk. I know she right now in the ice tub right now. Like, her body gotta be
all of them gotta be feeling it.
All of them is beat the fuck up. Like, right now. Like, I know she got bruises.
Honestly, just on a War Games match perspective, this is easily one of the best War Games matches.
Yeah, especially for the women. Definitely.
Just in general, like, not even women versus men. In general, this is one of the best War Games matches I've seen.
They went crazy though.
They went in. I'm gonna give the women match of the night started the show. Giving them
that's a fire. I was texting her like, yo, that's a fire opener, yo. Like,
yeah, and that's not taking nothing away from the rest of this card or the other War Games match, but
that was definitely like, whoa, like, what the hell is going on?
We get Raquel Gonzalez showing dominance, power bombing.
And she won the match. She was the one who pinned Io. She pinned Io. So that might lead to something else later.
Yeah, either her or Candice, because at the end of the day, it is Candice's team. So I definitely see that, and honestly, I want them to, because I feel like Candice LeRae is one of those people that honestly have been held back for so long and haven't really done anything, barely gets women's title matches. So I think it's time. think it's
It's
time for
time.
him.
It's showtime for. It's definitely showtime for Candace. You know what I mean? And yo, I give this an 8.5, brother. Maybe a 9. Maybe a high 9.
I give this a clear 10, honestly.
Give it a 10.
I give it a 10. It was a classic to me.
Yeah,
It
it
was
was
a classic to me. Like, where did they go wrong?
Nah, everything.
It started off
Oh,
slow. It built up. Once all the teams was in utter chaos,
yeah, they went
it was
crazy.
something. It was something that you don't normally see the women get to do.
Yeah, facts.
Let alone outperform the men. We had undisputed era
Yeah,
in the men's match. Like, and I'm telling you, the women outperformed them tonight.
yeah, they went crazy. And a lot of stiff shot. I know all of them women is beat.
All of them are beat up. They went in there. They went in there with something to prove.
No, there was another spot Tony did with Shotzi. That looked at. I gotta watch it again. There was so much going on. I know Shotzi looked like she got hurt. Even the ref checked on her like 3 times. I forgot what that. It was off the top rope. Something that Tony Storm did to Shotzi. Yo, that's. Yeah, I gotta see it again, man. That shit was fire.
Shouts out to Tony Storm too. Good showing. All of them. Shouts out to all of them.
Give it up for the ladies, man.
They gave me a classic tonight. I honestly, in
Ladies.
comparison, maybe that women's Hell in a Cell, Sasha Banks versus Charlotte, the original.
Yeah,
That's the only thing I could compare it to at this point, as far as greatness and taking things to the extreme.
yeah. Like this was definitely up there. I get 9. You give it a 10. Salute the ladies. Y'all put on tonight. Y'all went.
Definitely did. So let's
I'm
move
happy.
on.
Emma Moon is back too. I'm happy she finally.
Oh yeah. Shouts out to Emma Moon pulling off a great showing in her first big match back since injury. So it's good to see Emma Moon, and she gave us that crazy spot. That crazy spot with the eclipse through the chairs. So shouts out to Ember Moon on that one.
Yeah.
But moving on, after Team Candice wins, we have a promo from Finn Balor, and he's pretty much saying, enjoy the gimmicks, enjoy the matches tonight, enjoy everything that you're going to see tonight, because once it's over, all eyes on the Prince.
The Prince is back.
So officially the Prince is back for injury. That intense rivalry with Kyle O'Reilly ended up breaking his jaw.
Broke his jaw.
I'm surprised that they kept the title on him, because Karrion Kross ended up getting injured, had a separated shoulder, and he had to give up the title, which led to Finn Balor even in the picture for it to begin with. So we can expect Finn Balor back on Wednesday night this week. So it's always good to see Finn Balor back, especially in this Prince gimmick. I feel like it's prime Finn Balor. I do miss the Demon. I can't lie.
Yeah, but
I do miss the Demon every once in a while. But
this is Finn Balor, man. Anything he touches, he performs well. So I'm happy he's coming. He's back, and it wasn't really that much of a serious injury where he got to sit for months either. So I'm happy for that. Salute him.
Then we go from that to a little backstage of a video of them earlier in the day. The guys Undisputed Era arriving, Pat McAfee arriving, and I want to say this: Pat McAfee, I gotta give him credit. I'll get more into that in the actual match, but I actually gotta give him credit for even this, because he's showing personality.
Yeah,
there's a lot of people that try to transition from other sports. They come in, they're bland. They need people to speak for them. Like, who was it that Rey Mysterio recently? He was in UFC. He fought Brock Lesnar.
I know you're talking about. It's not coming to me now. I know exactly what you're talking about.
But that's just an example of guys who come from other sports, join wrestling because they think it's the quick money, and they don't really give it all. I'm a shouts out, hats off to Pat McAfee, because
it looked like he gets it. It looked like he gets it.
Yeah, no, he does. He needs some work.
He knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing.
Some work, but really, really, really impressed with him tonight. We'll get more into that, but they show backstage them arriving
to the arena.
So a little bit of the men's war game hype. Then we move on to Tommaso Ciampa versus Timothy Thatcher. I gotta say, If
Yo,
you ever wanted an example of what a pure wrestling match is, no weapons, no gimmicks,
one
all
on one.
technicality, hard hitting, aggressive. This first of all, I'm a big fan of Timothy Thatcher.
Yeah,
Huge fan of Thatcher, and I'm glad that he's finally getting people like a Tommaso Ciampa, because his rivalry with Oni Lorcan a
yeah,
couple months back, that was probably one of the best feuds, match quality wise, on NXT period.
yeah.
And this was a example of that tonight. Him and Tommaso Ciampa, they performed a wrestling clinic. They honestly, as far as pure wrestling goes,
It was like an old school wrestling type feel, one on one,
very technical.
very technical storytelling. A lot of stiff shots. Like even he busted his ear open.
Busted. First of
Was
all, that looked like he got busted open the hard way.
yeah, they're not definitely
He
because
started leaking. You
it was
see it
hard.
like really coming down.
Yeah, like so it
But
looked like
that's
they
what
was
I like. But that's what I like about Thatcher, because you saw in that moment when his ear got busted open, he used it for his character. He started looking crazy. He
yeah,
started staring down Tommaso Ciampa. Started getting more aggressive.
yeah.
So these guys went all out, and this is not the end of this rivalry. It
Nah,
looks like this is gonna continue after this.
yeah. But definitely a great one on one classic old school feel type match. No bullshit, no extra shit.
Yeah.
I give it a good 8 star. Yo, the hard hits, man. Like there
I'll
was
give this a
yo,
8.5.
when he hit him with the what you call it, the Willow's death or something like that, the Willow something, the Willow's bell. That
Oh, the DDT off
yeah, it looked like
the rope.
yeah, I think it's called the Willow's bell. Yo, it looked like he really just connected on top of his head though. Like boom, put him to sleep. Like a lot of the shots were stiff. A lot of the moves were stiff too. They were going hard.
I feel like they both the type of guys that are like, hit me for real.
Yeah, don't play
Really,
with me.
really lay it in.
Let
I'm
make
not
it
gonna
look
go
real.
and get half-ass my matches. They both were like
Yeah.
skip-shotting each other. Overall technical match. Like NXT just in general, this is the example of what wrestling needs to be.
Mm-hmm.
They need to work more on like the promos and just the segments that don't really have much to do with the wrestling,
Right, right.
things to just move us along. They need to work on that. But match quality, they're probably second to none.
Yeah, yeah.
As far as their roster goes, almost everybody on that roster is top
top
notch.
tier, top tier.
So
tier.
this is not, overall, I'm gonna keep saying this. Go out your way, see these matches. This is a classic.
Yeah, this
The
was
whole
a
pay-per-view top to bottom is a classic. I definitely give this probably a 8.5 myself.
I'll give it an 8. You know what I mean?
But
I don't have no complaints on it. Everything, it was dope. It was definitely a great match.
Tommaso Ciampa with the win with the Willow's Bell DDT, like you said.
Yeah.
Um,
That looked as stiff, like he really landed on his head. Like,
bro,
go watch it again.
They were stomping on each other's hands. They were manipulating each other's like body parts.
The chop,
chops, slams, yo.
Go watch that. Watch that.
Like I said, no gimmick, no gimmick, no weapons, no in the words of Cornette, no mud show wrestling bullshit.
Nope.
Just a straight up wrestling match, and it was awesome.
Yeah, fire match.
The thing is, this was probably meant to cool down after the War Games match.
Yeah,
but this still had me involved. Like, yo, this is a fucking crazy ass.
You gotta
match.
watch this match too. Like, you know what I mean? Yo, and shout out to Maso, man. Every time he gets he always puts a big match on a big like. Every time he's in a big match feel or a pay-per-view, he always gives it. He always delivers, yo. Like Ciampa's special, man.
Ciampa said it. He doesn't care to leave NXT.
Nah,
NXT
but
is his home. So I feel like he's gonna give his best work to NXT.
Yeah, and it's like, yo, he always delivers, man. Shout out Ciampa, yo. It doesn't matter what feud you put him in, anybody you put him in there, he gonna give you his all, and it's always gonna be fire.
Yeah,
Ciampa's different.
That's
all right.
So After that win, we get a little backstage of the guys getting ready for the North American title match later on in the show. We have Damian Priest warming up, Johnny Gargano, and the new guy in town, Leon Ruff. So they, highlighting them guys.
Right.
Then we go into the strap match: Cameron Grimes versus Dexter Loomis. And what do you think about this match?
I mean,
Because
I like it.
I
I
feel like
like.
I liked it, but I feel like if there was any low point
This
in
was the
the
one.
pay-per-view, this was the low point in the pay-per-view. And that's not taking anything away from these guys.
I like the match. It was a little slow. Like throughout the whole match, it was a little slow. I thought Cameron Grimes was playing like the scary pussy heel role very well, running away, and you know what I mean. Dexter's chasing him as his ass, and then when he finally catch him, he will hit him hard and stuff like that. Or you know what I mean. Like I think Cameron Grimes he's a good heel, man. He's a good heel. I just thought it was a little like will be the bathroom break if we was in an arena like this.
And that's kind of sad to say because this was a strap match.
Yeah, and I like Dexter Loomis. Like Dexter Loomis is my dude. You know what I mean? I love his character. You know what I'm saying? He's like the psycho, crazy serial killer. You know what I mean? Jason type. You know what I mean? I love Dexter Loomis, but
the Dexter Morgan of WWE.
Yeah, like I love him, man. But I'm like I said, it was a good match. It was a good match. They could have done better, but I mean, it was it was more storytelling than anything else. It wasn't no real like. They were going hard, or you know.
Yeah, because they basically played the storyline was pretty much Dexter stalking Cameron Grimes the entire time and showing him because Dexter's an amazing artist. If people don't know, so he draws like little pictures of his victims and shit.
Yeah.
So everywhere Cameron Grimes would go, he'll see like an image of him running. Being scared. So it was like a cartoony. Kind of story, but it was a good. It was a decent match. It was a decent match. I won't even say it was boring.
No,
it didn't take me out of the pay-per-view. I would just say that out of all the matches, this was the one that was like the lowest point of the show.
Yeah, I'll give it like a 7.5
for a classic pay-per-view. So I give it like a 7.
I give it like a 7.5. But I like Cameron Grimes the way he did play his character. Like he was running away, he was doing all the scary stuff and all that. And then there wasn't really too many spots that was amazing. They were just whipping their ass and
straight up strap match.
You know what I mean? It wasn't nothing too crazy.
The way it ended was pretty much Loomis was going to the top rope. Cameron Grimes ends up yanking the strap and flipping him off the top, crashing him onto the mat. Then Grimes follows up with a move, ends up trying to cover. Loomis ends up kicking out at 2, ends up tying up Grimes with the strap. And Grimes he bashes his face onto the unfolded chairs that's sitting in the ring. Then Loomis locks his arms around him for the silence finisher, and then that's pretty much how Dexter won that match.
I don't think they should continue their feud. I think this should be the last one because they have been going at it for a while already. I think it's time for Dexter Loomis to move on to something bigger now. You know what I mean? My opinion, because he's a great character. He could really do something with his career. Remember, I wanted him caught up. Like, you know what I mean? But it is what it is.
So after this match, we get pretty much Undisputed Era, and the guys pretty much preparing for the War Games match
in the locker room.
Then we get this mystery promo, but before we get into the mystery promo, let's take a quick break to our sponsors, the people who support Kayfabe Ave. Keep the lights on and keep this train moving. We'll be right back after these messages.
Yes, sir.
And we're back, and we left off with a little mystery promo that they had. I don't know if it was too much of a big mystery, though.
I don't know what it meant. Like, I don't know. I can't even call it a promo, just like a little video vignette. What the fuck
It was obvious who it was though, because
who?
so it was a vulture.
Yeah.
It was a vulture pretty much, which was funny to me that they even used the vulture because it is
It's
kind of made me feel like a playoff Sting. Sting just debuted for the other guys. Now they got a bird in the promos. They got kind
So
of
who is it?
huh?
Who is it?
It's carrying cross because towards the end of the promo, you hear the tick tock.
I ain't catch that.
Yeah, so it was carrying Cross, who ironically we spoke about earlier.
Yeah.
The Prince Finn Balor came back finally. He's gonna be back on Wednesday.
Now they
So
showed this
the
one.
promo of Karrion Cross, his thing was the TikTok stuff. He's coming back from injury probably soon. So we'll probably get that Finn Balor versus Karrion Cross, which was probably the direction all along. So we probably
I thought because I heard that they signed like some legend from Japan recently. I don't know her name. Hala Focus, he would know more than me, but they did something on Wednesday where they shot like another weird vignette like this. And everybody on Twitter was saying that it might be her. What's some something like that, something crazy. Like
I don't know. I'm bad with the
with the Japanese Joshi.
yeah. I don't like saying the names because I'll be sabotaging them.
I know. I don't want to violate if they say that she's a legend out there and they just recently signed the type shit. And I don't want to be the one to butcher her name, but I was thinking her because that's what everybody was saying on Wednesday. Because they did something like that on Wednesday too. Another like dark.
The end of the promo having the TikTok has to be Karrion Cross.
That was the giveaway.
Yeah, to me, it can't be anyone else.
All right, so
it was a separated shoulder. It wouldn't keep him out over
not too
or anything like that. So,
all right,
yeah, we had that mystery promo, and then we have 1 second.
The triple threat was next.
We have the triple threat match for the North American Championship. We have Damian Priest versus Johnny Gargano with the champion Leon Ruff, and this is his first ever takeover. So, pretty much for the people who don't know who Leon Ruff is, he was someone who was first day on the scene NXT, ends up getting a NXT Championship, North American Championship match.
Yeah.
As a joke from Johnny Gargano, and he ends up winning. Something like the 1-2-3 Kid X-Pac storyline when he beat Razor Ramon out of left field. That's kind of the storyline that they're going with. Yeah. So obviously he was caught in the middle of the Damian Priest versus Johnny Gargano situation. So they were pretty much using Leon Ruff as like the in between, like he's getting the push. He got the title because these two guys are feuding. This entire match, it was a great match.
It was a good match.
But this entire match, they were treating this guy like
it was hilarious. It was hilarious. Yo, Johnny Gargano was so smart. He was like, "Yo, help me," and then he would hit him. I was like, "Yo, this Johnny is so crazy, yo." He was like, "Yo, let's beat him up, and then he would hit him while he was in the mix of helping him. Like, yo, Johnny is crazy, man. He was actually good though. He had like a lot of luchador moves and stuff like that. He know how to work the ropes. He's gonna be all right.
Pretty sure Triple H or the people backstage NXT is not gonna
put somebody that don't
put that title on him if he doesn't have something to show.
Yeah, and he actually did great. Damian was hilarious too. He was like, "Yo, get the hell out the way, mind your business." It like, yo, they were trying to sun him.
Pretty much, they ended up like taking him out the match. Yeah, they had their own little match, and then every time he'll try to come back in, they'll end up beating him up. Like throw him out the ring or do some extra stuff to him.
Yeah, Damian put him through the barricade with a razor's edge. I thought he went to crazy that one. I was
Damian Priest has definitely gotten better too. I feel like he's being more him and less robotic, like the Archer of Infamy and
Yeah.
You know, 'cause
Like,
who
I
talks
like him
like
more
that?
as a face than a heel, actually, because he like as a heel, he was a little bland. Even though he was a great wrestler as a character, he was a little bland. But like now he's coming into his own as a face. So I
Yeah,
actually
for
like him.
sure.
So I agree with you there with that one. The match was dope though. There was a lot. Wasn't too many high spots. There was a lot of funny shit going on though.
Speaking of funny shit going on and
Like,
mysteries that have been going on throughout the show, we get Scream 1, 2, 3, 4. How many
there
screams?
were like 5, 6 of them.
There
Like,
was like 6 Scream dudes. 3 pop up, distract Damian Priest. Damian Priest starts taking out the 3 Scream dudes. 3 more Scream dudes pop up. We're talking about the ghost face mask, serial killer from the 90s,
yeah,
early 2000s Scream movie. If you guys are out of date
you don't know
or
about
under a
Scream.
rock, the
Yeah,
ghost face mask. What the hell was that all about? Like, so we got these 6 guys distracting. So they end up helping Johnny Gargano secure this victory.
yeah.
Johnny Gargano is now a what was it? Is it
Three time,
two-time,
3 time now. He don't.
three-time NXT North American champion? So Gargano ends up pulling off the win. We find out who one of the guys are. It's Austin Theory, and he goes, "It was me, Austin. It was me all along." So I don't know where this is going. I'm actually glad to see
He's
Austin
back.
Theory. He's
Yeah,
a
he's
really
back.
good wrestler. I don't know what was going on. You know, he was one of those victims of the Speak Out movement. Go check that out. We have a podcast on the entire movement. Speak Out on Anchor and wherever you find your podcast.
Yeah, that was during the spring, so you got to go back a ways to go look for that.
Yeah,
But
just look up this hashtag Speak Out episode on our podcast, and we get completely into detail of that whole scandal. But Austin Theory was mentioned in that, so I guess he was in the clear that he's still a part of the company. They find he got demoted. He was on Raw.
yeah, he was
He's
on
gonna
Raw.
be a part of Seth Stable, replacing the AOP, and the scandal hits. He's off TV the
He was
next
on
week.
TV for he was the whole summer. He's been gone almost
He's been
half
gone
the year.
months. It's already
That happened in like what, April, May-ish? Like it's the end of the year.
yeah, exactly.
They punished his ass.
Yeah, so he definitely had a fall from grace, especially when he went straight to the main roster.
Yeah.
But
he was about to do big things with that stable with AOP and Seth.
what do you think about the match? What do you think about the ghost face? And what do you think about the amount of guys?
I don't know. I thought the match was hilarious. Like it was just the way they would treat it, homie. Like he did his position as playing like the little dummy, the extra in the match, because it really was supposed to be a 1-on-1. He did a great job playing the trying to be in the middle, and they were both curving him from even getting anything off. He did get a cut. He did get offense off, but most of the time they were dominating him. You know what I mean? Both of them. But I like the shit talk that Johnny Gargano was doing throughout the whole match. Like he was like, "Yo, I told you a joke, you're trash," and all of that. And then Damian Priest was telling him like, "Yo, mind your business, get out of here, let me handle it." Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, it was hilarious. I was clueless when the whole bunch of screams came out. I like that confused me. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? Because I thought it was up to that.
Can people get sued for using Ghostface mask on their product? Like that was my question. That was my thought when it
I was confused. I was like, because
Ghostface.
They mentioned it on commentary that that they were chasing Damien since Halloween Havoc, them Scream masters. So I guess it was because of Halloween. Obviously, you could wear any costume you want, but they kept the story going. Like they were stalking him for so long.
Okay.
It comes to like that's what they were saying on commentary. So but I was still confused. I was like, what the fuck is going on? And then it's a triple threat, no rules. So obviously they could get in the match and fight. You know what I'm saying? So, but I thought it was dope. I thought it was a good match. It was funny as hell. Like that. This one was actually mad hilarious to me. Just to me.
Yeah, I give this match was an easy 8 for me.
Yeah, I'll give it an 8. I like that there was no extra, like they ain't pull out no weapons and no nothing. Like they just did the one on besides this little spot where
is that and NXT honestly they don't need to use all those
That's
weapons.
what I'm saying.
They're
Like,
so hard hitting and athletic in the ring, and they know how to format their matches
yeah,
so professional
for
that
storytelling.
and and I hate to use the example of the other company because I love AEW as
Yeah,
well for what they do, what they bring to the table. I love them for that, but they have a problem with the way they format their matches. As far as keeping the rules, not burying the ref,
yeah.
making sure that it stays in the ring. Not every match has to be a spot fest or has to be a hardcore match.
Not calling the count
NXT
when
knows how to
people is out
format their
the ring.
matches. What was
Yeah.
that?
Now they also have a problem with they don't call all every time the count outs when people is out the ring. The ref doesn't even call it all the time.
Exactly, and
Like they would.
it's those parts of the match, the technical aspects that make a match,
Yeah.
that gets lost on AEW. NXT is all about that. They
Yeah.
format their matches perfectly.
Mhm.
Everything is a showcase of technical ability, of what a real match is supposed to be. Because I understand NXT still is the developmental territory for WWE, even though they showcase as their own brand.
But
They're on
they don't want to
USA.
put the best matches on all three brands. Like, let's keep it real for the like.
Yeah,
They,
no, they have. That's why I said the Takeover series of pay-per-views is going to go down in history as some of the best pay-per-views, period, in
yeah,
wrestling,
like you can
period.
go back and watch any one of them, and
Anyone, and it's a classic.
there's something in there that you're gonna love. And yo, but yeah, and also this is Johnny Gargano. He's another one special. You put him with anybody in there, and he will make it look good. He will make them look good. He plays his character great. Like it's an A. It's an A. It was just funny. I was a little confused with the screen shit. I'm glad Austin Theory is back, but they could have went about it a different way. I guess I don't know. So,
Yeah.
but
So
it's all
the only thing I'm left curious about as far as the screams and the amount of guys that they were is Johnny Gargano the leader of his own stable now?
yeah. I think they fought because I know the other girl is joining Candace, so they might have two girls, two guys. I don't know. We got to see what happens on Wednesday.
Yeah,
Or
because that leaves if Austin Theory got revealed as one of the 6 guys that was helping, who are the other 5?
probably just some extras. You know what I mean? We don't know.
Probably some extras, or who knows? Probably some new guys bring brought up
Yeah,
to
called up from
know
from the PC.
from the PC into NXT main show. So I don't know. There's more to see from that. That it definitely left me with more questions.
Yeah,
And
definitely. I
wanted
agree.
to see more. So I'm definitely gonna have to start showing more love and attention to NXT. I know I get like wrapped up in all these Dynamite reviews, Raw, SmackDown wrap ups and stuff
Yeah,
like that, and pay-per-view reviews, but NXT is definitely a show you got to go out your way to see. So
yeah,
I
definitely.
definitely got to show them more love. But next,
Good,
speaking
good.
of takeovers and events for NXT, they announced the next event is New Year's Evil on January 6th, 2021. So we're gonna get another pay-per-view next month, which is rare because usually they do maybe
Yeah,
4 to 5 pay-per-views a year for NXT. So they're starting to get an increase in events as well.
but that's on a Wednesday though, right? Or that's on a Sunday.
Nah, it's a takeover.
It's a takeover.
NXT takeover New Year's Evil.
All right, so that's what's up. You know what I mean? Let's see what happens there.
Let's make sure. January 6th. Oh no, you're right.
It's a Wednesday, right?
It's a Wednesday. So it's
Yeah,
gonna be a special NXT along
yeah,
the lines of the Halloween Havoc that they had.
yeah, something like that. But all
But
right,
that's still cool too though.
no. Yeah, you see
Get a
that?
little special feel. AEW's doing the same
They
thing.
doing the
We
same
just had
thing.
winter is coming, so
They still supposed to have the what was that one, Blood and Guts on a Wednesday? That wasn't supposed to be a pay-per-view.
yeah, remind me. I was supposed to
Yeah,
go to the Blood and Guts.
yeah, you know
And
what I mean?
Corona canceled that for me.
But you know what I mean? So I'm glad that they doing like different special things on their Wednesdays to bring more eyes to the product because and they deserve it, man. Like I will never try to play NXT like they got great storyline. They put on fire matches. The whole roster is incredible. every character stands out in their own lane. The women, they all, like you said earlier, like yo, all these women is bright, but that's like
Yo, I was no. I said this is the most colorful match.
like all the women is
We had
bright as hell.
Shotzi with her bright neon green hair, Ember with her red hair. Then we had blonde.
Silver for
We had
Candy.
Silva. I'm like, yo, this is the most colorful match I've
Yeah.
ever seen.
But that's what I'm saying. Like they all fit. You
And
know
I've
what I'm
watched
saying?
Naomi matches. So
But they all fit. You know what I mean? Like like that's what I'm saying. Like the characters, like it fits their character. You know what I'm saying? But all right, what's the next match, brother?
the next match is the main event. The men's war game, Undisputed Era, Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, Roger Strong, and Bobby Fish versus Team McAfee, Pat McAfee, Pete Dunne, Danny Burch, and Oni Lorcan in another classic
Oh my God.
ass war games. Go out of your way to see. It was, to me, only second to the women's war game match.
Yeah.
But this
This
it
is
hit every note.
And one thing about this one compared to the women's, like from jump, it was from go. Like when Pete Dunne started it with Kyle
O'Reilly, it was a
like
technical wrestling match.
but oh my God, yo, Pete Dunne, man, like his moves just to break the finger, and like
Break the finger
you
move.
watch him and you
stomping
feel
on his leg.
like yo, he
stomping
looks
on his
like yo, he
hand.
hurts you for real, man. Like oh my God,
These guys got something personal that I want to see carry on. Coming talking about O'Reilly and Pete Dunne. I want to see a series
of them
between these
matches.
guys. I want to see a series between these guys. They
I
put on
love
a classic all by themselves.
By themselves. Them first 5 minutes, I was just like, "Yo, what the hell?" You know what I mean? Like,
Then I think the next up out was
second round was Oni Lorcan and Bobby Fish came out, his teammate. And so Bobby Fish came out on fire. He did like some shit to Lorcan, like I don't know, like it was like a reverse suplex or some shit. That shit looked fire.
There's too many spots.
There was
he had him in some weird like neck breaker kind of thing, and then he came off the turnbuckle and neck breakered him. Like
yeah, like Bobby Fish was fire.
There was just so much. Like we had everything, the straight up wrestling, we had the technicality, we had the weapons, we had the high spots, we had everything you could think of was all in this match.
Yeah, like
I'm not gonna go into the whole order because it's just so much to get through. But what I will say, going back to my earlier comments about Pat McAfee, if you had any doubt that this guy is not gonna be anything useful, or it's just a gimmick because he's a celebrity or NFL player. No, this guy proved himself tonight.
Yeah.
This guy proved himself tonight.
Like I said earlier, he gets
Swanton bomb off the cage onto everybody, and he didn't get super protected.
Nah, he cleared it. He
cleared it. You know, I saw, I think it was O'Reilly or Fish that braced him.
Yeah.
But whole body, bang, straight to the mat, off the top. This guy was kicking out of finish moves, and
he took a table. I think it was O'Reilly that jumped on him on the table. He took a table spot.
Like he came out. Wait, hold up. When he came out,
took a chair shot.
This is the thing about McAfee that I'm impressed. He still needs work as far as his in-ring delivering the moves.
Yeah.
But his personality, his selling,
yeah,
and the things he's willing to do already make him a player.
Yeah, he could.
When he first came out, he starts pulling out tables.
Yeah.
From under the ring, and every single table has a name of a different Undisputed Era person on the table. Yeah. So he pulls out 4 tables, puts them in the ring, I think he put
Two
O'Reilly
He
through
put
his
yeah. I think
whatever.
O'Reilly took his first because Adam Cole was still in the cage, so it was a
Yeah,
4
Cole
on
was the
3.
last person out.
Yeah, so it was a 4-on-3, and then they gave O'Reilly the first one. He did that one. Like yo, he's impressive, man. Like he's getting it, and he's gonna be all right. If they sign him to like a multi-deal, he's gonna be fine.
I think he's already signed.
They
I
signed
think
him
he's
right for a
already.
couple
I
of
think he's
years.
already signed for a little while because usually with these celebrity dudes, they give them like this little one-off, maybe
Yeah,
two matches here and there, an appearance. This guy's really been on every NXT.
yeah.
He let him form a stable. They
They're
you
giving him a
know,
major storyline and a hot main event. Like they putting him in main events. Like this is like his second takeover main event in a row.
not only that, he wasn't super protected. They were actually giving him his spot, making him earn it. Like
Yeah, he was taking them
I
bumps.
came out of here out of this pay-per-view super impressed with Pat McAfee. If I thought, the way they brought him in with the shoot, with the work shoot,
Yeah, with them two when he went
on
Adam
his
Cole was
show,
on
the
the
Pat
podcast.
McAfee podcast or whatever he does,
Yeah, he got a
um,
podcast.
that thing between him and Adam Cole, disrespect the wrestlers, and that's something he's carrying over. He's doing the Ric Flair struts. He's, making fun of certain people. They compared him to Miz and
They said Miz and I know it. I heard that on comment. They say he's like a Miz, got a Miz attitude with like a somebody's flair, like somebody's type swag or something. Like it's
yeah,
crazy.
I forgot who exactly was, but I was like, I don't know if I completely agree. I could see the Miz kind of,
But
but
he
I
doesn't
think
have Miz. I don't think he has Miz like on the mic um skills like that. But I would say like
he
his
has that
cockiness,
annoying.
the annoying cockiness.
I hate
Kind of,
to. I hate to like you, but I like to hate you. You
like he
know?
got the cockiness down. Like who can we
Yeah.
say? You know what I mean? Like he's one of them cocky motherfuckers. You know what I mean?
What is your favorite spot in the match?
Oh man, I don't know where to begin. There was a like I said, he went through a table. Bobby Fish put Larkin like he did like a spear through the table that they had in between the ring. That was fire. He jumped off the top. Out of everybody there, like I would expect that from somebody
Pat
else.
McAfee doing the swanton.
He did it himself. Like I'm
And
thinking
then he could have did anything. He could have did an elbow.
he
He
could
could
have
have did a
just a
regular
regular
dive.
smash.
No,
He
no,
did a
no. This
swanton.
man did a perfect swanton bomb.
Feel me? Perfect.
Think about Kurt Angle's moonsault, but in a swanton. It
Yeah,
was
like
beautiful.
and he was spread out. He had like this, like perfect.
So for
That
me,
was
I got
another
two
fun-
spots. One is the ending, and I'll get to that. The first one to me that I really loved was when finally, because Pat McAfee's team had the advantage almost the entire match.
Yeah.
Finally, Undisputed Era gains the momentum, and they end up taking out McAfee and then tying the whole team up in
On the
between the
wall.
cage and
Yeah.
the ropes. Super kick, V trigger, knee strikes, elbow strike,
All of
European
them, one by
uppercuts,
one.
back to back to back
That was
to
fire.
back, knee strike, European. That was one of my favorite spots.
Kyle O'Reilly also hit McAfee with a off the top suplex. That
Yeah, he took a perfect superplex.
he took a superplex off the top rope too. That was another fire spot.
So
Like-
my second one was the ending of the match when I believe it was Orny Lorcan.
Yeah, he
Had
was
him on the floor. They put the steel chair on his face. Kyle O'Reilly ends up doing like a knee drop off the ropes onto him.
face.
There was so much stuff, and it was like this could have went either way.
Yeah.
Like I was actually shocked a few times when I thought Pat McAfee was gonna win, or the fact that he even kicked out of
Yeah. He kicked out of the
out of the
Sunrise.
yeah.
out of the Panama Sunrise, bro. That fucked me. I thought the match was over when it happened. I'm like, okay, it's over. He kicked out. And they protected because he didn't get pinned to lose the match either. It was Larkin who took the pin. So they protected that. That's another important thing too, because he could have easily just took the pin.
Yeah, because he seems to be the mouthpiece for that crew.
Yeah, so
and they're booking him as the richest guy in Orlando. So he's obviously the financial backer. He's the guy that they're pretty much, he's the boss of
he's
the
gonna
crew.
be he's gonna be a problem. Like I like him already. They got a stable. I'm glad Pete Dunne joined them. You know what I'm saying? Because Pete Dunne is also a great addition.
Yeah.
All the time, like I've always been a huge big Pete Dunne fan. You know what I mean? He's gonna I'm interested. I hope it's over. I don't want it to be over, but I hope the feud is over and they can move on.
Yeah, me too, because I want them to split off. I want to see that O'Reilly versus Pete Dunne. Or even them go for the tag team titles or something.
Go back for it again, right?
Yeah, but I don't want to see the group as a whole having a feud with them as a whole.
Yeah.
There's a lot of other things that they could be doing, but Undisputed Era is in this weird space right now too, because it's like, what else is left on NXT for them?
They don't probably want to go up either. Like we said, like Tommaso don't want to go up. Johnny doesn't want to go up. Candice doesn't want to go. They probably don't want to go. They probably loving it down there, yo.
Mm-hmm.
And love NXT.
What's funny is people talk about New Day, the 5-6 years that they put in. It's already what, 4 years
that this stable been together.
Undisputed Era has been around for almost 4 years.
Held every title together. Like all four of them held
NXT champion, North American champion, tag team champions.
All four of them
at one time. In NXT.
One time. They all held
multiple time tag team champions already.
Like, come on, like they don't have much to do, but
they don't. I don't know.
Where else can they go?
It might be. Do you think this is their swan song? You think that they might get called up?
I don't know. I don't think they want to go up. I know Cole doesn't want to go up. He's having too much fun down there. I don't know about the other three.
So I feel like this. If they don't continue the feud, I think they are going to continue this feud between the
probably
group.
Because McAfee's going to come out.
The tag team champions are in McAfee's group,
and he's going to talk shit.
Yeah, So I think they're going to continue this feud. But if they are going to stay in NXT, if Gargano has a 6-man stable, he has 6 guys helping him, and that's the storyline they're going with. That could be a potential stable, depending on who it is. That could be a potential stable to go against Undisputed Era. Other than that, I don't really see a lot of groups to take up the Undisputed Era's time.
I don't know, man. They covered everything. So, them four, Johnny and Tommaso Ciampa, they did it all already. Like those are the last 6 really down there. And besides Candice, even though Candice been there as long, she just never held.
Candice needs a women's championship. I'm sick of this already.
But
she's getting treated like Natalia.
Like those 7 really are like they don't have nothing else to prove besides all Candice needed just a title run one time. That's it. But the other 6, they done it all. They don't have nothing else to prove.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that they don't, if they don't want to go, that's their prerogative, but there's nothing else for them to do.
Yeah, I feel like
I might as well just.
I mean, the Undisputed Era ends up winning. They end up standing tall at the end, talking stuff into the camera.
Great way to end my birthday, man. Great pay-per-view for my birthday. That was my birthday.
Happy birthday to E.
Thank you, my brother. It's my birthday.
Maybe don't send your hate mail to him this episode.
Yeah, not today. Tomorrow.
Today. Tomorrow you can send the hate mail. And with that being said, that was the main event. Do you have any last thoughts on
overall
as a whole and the pay-per-view?
The match, I will give it a 9. I don't think we rated it yet. I will give it a high 9. Great match. As a pay-per-view as a whole, I'll give it an 8.5. The only dry spot really was the Loomis and Cameron Grimes match. That's the only thing it wouldn't be. If that match would have been fired too, it would have been a 9 as well.
I think I rated the match is too high to go as low as 8. So
Okay.
I'd give this like a 9, maybe
Me
an
too.
8.5 to a 9, because
I give it an 8.5.
both War Games match classics.
Gotta see it again.
Timothy Thatcher versus Tommaso Ciampa, classic. That's a perfect
Party.
example of what a matchup is.
Old school type.
Old school straight up matchup,
hitting,
wrestling
hitting
ability.
hard. Hitting hard.
Yes, that. So with those 3 matches, 3 out of 5, the North American Championship match was damn good itself.
Good.
The only low spot, yeah, I definitely got to give this a 9. I think this is the first pay-per-view of the year that I rated this high, if I'm not mistaken.
I'll give it an 8.5 because of the Loomis. If that would have came up to at least like an 8 or 8 point, it would have probably been a 9 in my book too, the whole pay-per-view. But
Yeah,
definitely a great show. I'm gonna watch it again. I'm waiting for the replay too, brother.
Yeah, definitely.
Like
As soon as it goes on, that women's match, and then I'm gonna throw it right back to the men's match.
Yeah.
Call it a night after that.
Yeah, brother.
I'm a little tired as it is. So,
yeah.
But with that being said, this was the Kayfabe Avenue Takeover War Games review.
Chill.
EA, where can they find you?
Like you find me on Twitter. You can find me in the Facebook group. Well, no hate mail today. You know,
no hate
mail today.
Send the birthday wishes.
Send him the hate mail today. You know
send
what I mean?
me the hate mail. Send E.A the birthday love, the birthday wishes.
I'm on
also,
Twitter.
Send a birthday shout out to Kayfabe Focus, who was also his birthday was yesterday.
Literally
shout
yesterday.
Out to Kayfabe Focus and
yeah. Where you find you at, man? Let them know.
You can find me at Kayfabe Avenue on Instagram as well as Twitter. Find us on the Facebook. Join the group. Join the conversation. Find us on YouTube where you can see the visual versions of most of our podcasts. Like, share, subscribe. And speaking of subscribing, if you enjoy the podcast, you like what you hear, click that support link on Anchor. Click that support link on Apple Podcasts. Subscribe to the show. Donate what you feel. Keep the lights on. Keep this Kayfabe Avenue train going.
Yes,
With
sir.
that being said, I have been Kayfabe AJ. That was E.A. This was Kayfabe Avenue. And Austin, take us home.
Peace.
Line. Why? Because old Stone Cold said so. Thank you very much, you son of a bitch.